Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today I got a very first for the channel, a GMC Motorhome. Now this is a 26-foot motorhome and it was built in 1978 and the model is called Eleganza 2. Now there were different models that they have, but most of them were just dictated by the interior decors. This has the massive GMC 6.7 liter, 403 cubic foot V8 gasoline engine, and it is dual rear tires. Now it's not dual axle. This has a very low center of gravity and it operates with air suspension. It's all made out of aluminum and aluminum ribs and it has foam insulation. Check this out. This is the Zip G awning. It's all aluminum structure, has sunbrella material, just like an Airstream travel trailer. And this overall, the whole height of this thing is about 9 feet tall. And it's got rooftop air conditioning. Let's just dive right into the interior. Let's check out this entry step. Now this was a barn find. So this thing is pretty cool to see it in mostly original condition. This door is 26 inches wide. So it's a really wide door. Allows you to gain access very easily inside. The screen door detaches from the main door. Swings around. These little things fill the gaps here so the bugs don't get in. It's curved to the contour of the motorhome body. It's got a picture window back here. You can gain access to the door lock, even the handle over here. So these motorhomes are quite fascinating because there's so much engineering that went into them. Now look at this. This is the original shag carpet inside. It's like a green. So this was the Eleganza 2 decor, but they also had a Palm Beach decor and they had a third decor, which is more of a brown red interior. There were options. So they built one length in the 1978 year, but there were different options. You could get a dinette with a sofa, but you could also get sofa. You could get dinette with barrel chairs there, sofa with barrel chairs. So there's lots of different options on that part of it. Now, let's just dive right into and go through and discover this. Now, I haven't really checked it out too much, so I'm gonna be finding out things as I go through it. Let's check out the cabinetry. This is all solid oak, and you can see it's bolted right into the aluminum fuselage. So they built these just like an airplane. It's got aluminum clad ceiling, insulation between this and the exterior skin. Large sliding windows here. Now I gotta be delicate with everything, but yeah, that works. It slides across. There's an N6 screen there. Someone updated these to LED lights, so it's not all original. Over here, there's a cable, DC, and this is an antenna booster. So there's an antenna on the roof. This opens up, additional storage here. Dinette table. Check this out. These things flip up and around. Now you got little cup holders, and that dinette table comes completely off and folds down. And these here, what happens is you lift up on the front and they start to fold flat. Push down. So you got that one there. Get rid of the table and you'll see what happens. This one here does the same thing. And now you got a double bed to sleep someone on that side. To get it back up, just slide it back. This has all storage underneath this side. This side here slides back. You got additional storage over here. Now up to the cab area. The engine lives underneath here. There's a hatch here. There is a hole here, so I'm wondering if there was some type of pedestal table that they used to have there. But these are really, really wide seats, and they got a fully plastic back, high backs. A lot of seats on vehicles back then had really low backs. So this was a little bit more elegant, a little bit more comfortable. Old school seat belts. Check this out. This slides up like that, and that becomes your captain's chair. And there's also one over here. Now, this I already unlocked. You can swing this around. And you can do that with the driver's chair as well. And that also has two armrests Look at this little slider window here. Can you imagine reaching out there and trying to pay tolls through that little tiny window? But it worked. Now the windshield is a split windshield, but check out that panoramic view. Look at that, all the way around. There's a split in the middle, and it goes all the way around this side. So when you're sitting in this seat, you have a fully unobstructed view. Little visors up top, rear view mirror, so you can look at the kids in the back and see what they're doing. You got reading lights and speakers over there. Huge privacy curtain that goes all the way around. And look at all the floor space you have up here. Lots of floor space. 2 vents in the dash. There's the glove box. Flips down, gives you access to fuses. Now, over here, it's got a Oldsmobile steering wheel. Let's give it a shot. Carbureted, it starts right up. I think they had it running before I got here. You have some temperature gauges, some aftermarket gauges here on the side. Some switches here. You can see your air pressure for the back air suspension. And you could raise and lower this. This thing, you could go up and down about 6 inches to level out the motorhome once you get parked. Also up front here, it's got cruise control. And it's got tilt wheel, so you can tilt the wheel up and down to get in and out of the chair easily. It's got a parking brake down there on the floor. Now this has a 50-gallon fuel tank, but it's split into 2 25-gallon fuel tanks, so you can switch between the front and rear. And also has a battery boost, just in case you drain the engine battery. You could jump start the engine battery off the back battery system. And you can see there the miles, and we got wiper controls here. Pretty cool. Make sure we get them off. And then over here, we have the heat control. Works. And a full AM stereo. AM and FM. And then someone added USB charge ports there. Alright, let's shut this thing down. It's an automatic transmission, and it's got a little shift indicator there. Alright, let's swing around now so you can get a view from front to back. Look at all these roof lockers here on the side. You got one over here, another one over here. Someone added LED upgraded lights fixture. Get another one over here, and one over here, and it has the cooktop ventilation system right here with lights and a fan. Up top, it's got rooftop air conditioning. Not sure the BTU. Has a max air fan with remote that someone upgraded to, and there's also a fan there in the back. It has a big 30,000 BTU furnace on board, propane furnace, and that is fueled by a 62-pound propane tank. Huge cylinder underneath it. This sofa here, this lifts up for additional storage, and you can see it's got central vac hoses in there, lots of accessories that came with it and tools. But check this out. See this seatbelt here? This whole thing folds out all the way. Now this converts into a full bunk bed system, which is really cool. In the kitchen, there's a double sink, stainless steel, water filtration, regular faucet here, hot and cold water. This little bin here built right into the countertop. There's a little ledge back here that's separate. Back here, there's a picture window. This one doesn't open. 3-burner gas cooktop, gas oven below. Now they were very proud of these dovetail drawers that they did back then. Very high quality drawers. And you can see this one's actually cut around the sink, so when the drawer comes in, it doesn't hit the sink. This one opens up over here. This is where the furnace is. This one over here opens this way. See how they're all finished on the inside? And another drawer over here. You can see their little burn mark on the side. Quality built by GMC. And then this one hinges around. Another storage over here. Now, today in the RV industry, refrigerators run on 12 volt or 120 volts, so AC DC. Back then, most of the refrigerators were propane and they ran on electricity. This one happens to be a AC DC style refrigerator, just like we have today. There's a freezer compartment here, and then this is where you put your ice cubes. Down below, got a full refrigerator. It's got a little drip pan over here and all the bins that came with it, and then the dials in the back to turn it on and off. Here is all your monitors for your holding tank, water tank, battery, and propane. You could start and stop the Onan generator from here. I think that's a 6 kW. Then over here was a spice rack or a glass rack, and there would have been shelves in here that you could put all your items in. Someone took them out. Well, and then check this out. This is pretty cool. 11 murdered spark plugs. Gives you ideas on what happened when those spark plugs are those colors. Big grab handle to get in. Some light switches. Remember, don't smoke in here. And then down here is a central vac port. Down the hallway, we have some more storage over here. These are large drawers. Just gotta open them nice and square. See the dovetail. Got one there, one here. This flips around and it gives you access to the battery charger, the breakers, and some fuses. And down below here, this one is the air suspension pump system. Then the wardrobe, you just slide this over and it gains you access to a large wardrobe cabinet. All that original shag carpet in there. You can hang your clothes there. It's got this little decor piece and then a mirror on the back of the door. Bring this around. There's an electrical outlet up here. I'm not sure what that is for. Maybe it's prep for an air conditioning. Bathroom here. Slide this handle over. Now you get inside this pretty decent sized shower facility. This is a wet bath, so it's all enclosed in ABS plastic or fiberglass. It's got a foot pedal toilet, dumps into a black waste tank. It's got 2 shower curtains. These are original. So one that goes across this way that covers the door, and the one that covers your whole vanity. Has a replacement fan up here in the ceiling. Lights over here. This might be water pump switch. Hang your towel here. Molded sink. We'll try that toothbrush. Another light over here. And then these are sliders for additional storage. And there's another slider down here. That's where your toilet paper would go. These things were so well thought out back then. They're really ahead of their time. And that's why the majority of them are still around today. They're still on the road. They're still in people's collections because how well they were made. Now, in the back, we have another seating area back here. Before we fold that out, let's take a look. Look, you got a big window over here that's a slider, big picture window, emergency exit in the back, pull ring to remove seal. So basically you undo this and the glass just falls out. It's a one-shot deal. But there would have been blinds in the back. There's some speakers back here, a reading light. You can operate the furnace. Up top here you got roof locker storage. You got another fan here. This is an aftermarket in and out fan. And on this side, there's an area here to store things. Pretty cool. And then let's figure out how this works. All right, you just pull it forward. It's basically just like the front dinette area. Do that. Same thing on this side. Got to pull it nice and square, otherwise it's not going to go. There we go. It folds right in place. That's about a double-sized bed, so you can fit 2 adults back there. It's remarkable, even though it's a barn find and it's a little bit dirty, how well preserved this motorhome is altogether. There's a lot of really cool things in here. Now, let's jump outside and see what else we could find. There's vents here for the refrigerator. Open this up, gains you access to that 62-pound propane tank. You can see the foam insulation throughout. Now, right above here is where the freshwater tank will be. Water pump. Lean-to. Huge split chrome rear bumper. It's got a hitch receiver and 7-way. They are a member of the FMCA, Family Motor Coach Association. It's got the original GMC aluminum ladder. Gains you access to the roof. And you can see roof clearance lights up here. All aluminum. This is the seam. You got a stack for the black tank. Bedroom fantastic fan. Bathroom fan, rooftop air conditioning, great waste tank stack, and there's plenty of room for solar up there if you want to add solar. Take the stick off. Coming down the ladder, which is very sturdy, by the way. A lot of RV ladders are very flimsy. Spare tire on the back here. This is the waste hose storage tube. Yep, store your waste hose in there. You can see the chassis construction over here. License plate bracketry. GMC taillights. Look at that medallion, how cool that looks. Over on this side, got a zip-D window awning. This one pulls down. There would have been a strap here with a loop on it, and you would have pulled this. And someone made one out of bungee, but you hook it on over here, and it allows your awning to stay out. And you can see it's all sunbrella material. Look how it held up after all these years. And this is spring loaded to come back in. You got cooktop ventilation system over here. Over here is the power cord compartment. And look at this, the keys, regular GM keys, one for the doors and one for the engine. So there's not a whole bunch of compartment keys. Just use the regular GM keys. Open this up. This is made out of aluminum. City water connection. Looks like a 50 amp shore power cord. Let's check it out. Yep. So it's a 2-stage, a neutral and a ground. And that's plugged into that socket because this doesn't have a automatic transfer switch. So when you're not plugged into shore power, you plug it in here and that allows the generator to power the coach. Lock this one up. Let's go over here. Take a look at this one. That is your freshwater tank fill. So you got city water connection and freshwater tank fill. Over here is the generator. This is bungeed shut, so I'm not going to undo it on them. But this generator slides out on a little tray, according to the pictures I saw online. Then you got your furnace exhaust. And then over here is where you would fill the fuel tank on board. And then they must have had some shade system that snapped up onto the front windows. Pretty cool medallion there for the club. This flips down so you can step on it, so you can get up and clean this big windshield. And then these things flip up and they gain you access so you can work on your engine, or at least check your fluids. So you got a master cylinder over here. You can see the steering column there. The horns, there's a little beehive back there, but it's winter, so I don't have to worry about them coming after me. Now these stay up, which is pretty cool. Over here, coolant, engine battery system, battery isolator, heater box, overflow, everything is accessible. But if you want to work on the engine, you got to do it from the inside. And check out this really cool grill. These things just look so incredibly cool, and I bet you they're a lot of fun to drive. Now, I haven't driven one before, but I'm told that this one drives spectacular. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. This was for sale, but by the time I got here, someone already bought it. It was on Facebook Marketplace, and the sale price was $15,000. What do you guys think about what you've seen here today, and what would you consider the value of this, considering fully restored ones are going for quite a bit more? Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me today.